the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like a ceiling can.
All right, welcome in, welcome back. I am Ted and my co-host Matt. We are the Basilica Brothers. We're at Irish Touchdown, talking everything Notre Dame football. And this episode will be about Notre Dame taking on Purdue. Unfortunately, Notre Dame's 0-2 as we come into this weekend. We'll be playing Purdue, who's actually playing pretty well, unfortunately. And Notre Dame seems to be playing well, but they just can't come out with the W. So, Matt, how do you feel about the competition that we're bringing in home with Purdue?
Hopefully the game is a lot like last year. Like, that's kind of when Notre Dame really started their season off, is when they obliterated Purdue. So that would be cool if that got repeated. They got a new head coach. We'll see. It's a big game. You can't win 10 straight games if you don't start by beating Purdue.
Yeah, that's a good point. We definitely need to start with the first step. We've had two great false starts, but still finishing with 0-2 is not the way to get it done.
Yeah.
So we're going to jump right into it. Again, we're the Basilica Brothers at Irish Touchdown. Please like and subscribe. We are going to bring you information about Notre Dame in essentially a shortened version. We're not here going to spend an hour or 2 hours on football when we know 90% of you are watching either in your car or on the toilet. So we're just going to bring you some information like we'd want to have and get out of here. So
yes.
First thing we're going to start with is our offense. Notre Dame's offense, amazingly, with a freshman quarterback, has been doing pretty well. They've thrown quite a few touchdowns and moving the ball better than some would have expected. For me, I think the keys for this victory are going to fall to the offensive line, which is a little scary because they haven't done that great. They're not getting the push. They're not getting the gaps that the running backs are going to need, and they're not giving CJ the time that he needs to dissect the other team's defense. I'd love to see a running back get a couple touchdowns or just show that we know how to run the football because we just haven't dominated that part of the game. I don't know. How do you feel, Matt?
I think the same way. I mean, Marcus Freeman's always said that you got to be balanced and you got to win both sides of the line of scrimmage, and that's really what college football is really based on. Probably the NFL too. I'm not as familiar, but they've got a good opportunity in front of them to show that they'll take another step. They didn't do very good at all. Miami, they performed a lot better against A&M. Now you're facing a far inferior team, so you really need, it needs to be noticeable that your offensive line has taken a big jump against Purdue, and I think a lot of that will come down to pride. We'll be able to kind of see where the locker room's at with this game, because it's easy to lose the locker room when you can't win.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we'll definitely see the emotional impact of the two losses coming in on Saturday at 3:30. I had a thought. Sorry. Okay, so offensively, I think really if we just stick to what we've done, thankfully we're coming up against, like you said, an inferior opponent. If we stick to what we've done, scoring against better teams, I think generally we'll be able to beat up on our little brother. Just scoring enough points, I don't think they're going to stop us. We were able to move the ball versus two top 10 teams, score enough points. I think it's going to be similar to last year, but I'm nervous that Purdue is actually a little bit better. They gave hell to USC last week, putting 17 on them, and that's with 2 interceptions in the red zone. So you're looking at another 14 points there. That game is right there,
or at least
and
10.
I'm terrified of USC, so I can only imagine what Purdue's going to try to do to us. How do you feel about Purdue putting 17 on USC.
Well, I think the context of that with the 2 red zone turnovers is huge, because another touchdown that would have been 24, and then another touchdown that would have been 31. And what would the score come out to be?
33-17.
Yeah. So
That's
it could
tight.
easily have been 33-24, real easily.
Yeah. Yeah, that's terrifying to think of.
33-27 if one of them's a field goal. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and we can't kick extra points, so who knows?
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. So, with us going in, what do you think would be the points that you would pull away from the game if you would say, all right, the offense had a good day?
I think if CJ Carr kind of does what he's been doing, there's a lot of people right now that are kind of going after him. I thought he's performed very well. He's started in 2 football games. It's University of Miami and Texas A&M. It's
Huge.
pretty rough. And I've thought he's done pretty decent. But what I think would be a big step is if he can continue to do what he's doing, do it against a lesser opponent, and also if we run the ball better.
Yeah.
Price, I love him. He's outstanding.
He's a little butterball.
Yeah, he's out. I mean, he's really, really good.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Love, all the defenses have made it their mission that he doesn't gain a yard.
Yeah.
And he's still doing okay, but he's so dangerous with what he can do if he catches the ball. He hit
Sure.
that big touchdown against A&M. CJ didn't even throw that great of a pass.
Yeah.
Love caught it,
Yeah.
took it to the end zone. So
Yeah.
if the O-line can block better, give CJ the time, give the running backs a little bit more time, I think they're gonna score.
Yeah.
But what would be big to me from a staff perspective and an offensive perspective is if we close out halves and games. So no more bad football before the end of the first half.
Yeah.
Get that fixed.
We can't have those interceptions right there.
No.
Yeah.
And both sides of the ball. No more bad football before end of the first half.
Yeah. And I think I'd add one more point on CJ for that is CJ's got to stop panicking and taking those intentional groundings. He just, I don't know what it is. He thinks he can't take a sack or he can't run away and throw it out of bounds. He just freaks out at the worst time and then throws the ball into the ground.
That's 15-yard penalty, isn't it?
It's 15. Yeah, it's 15
that kills you.
15 and the play counts.
Yeah. Ugh.
So it's not 15 and you go back to first down. It's 15
Right.
and now it's second down.
Yeah, that kills you.
Yeah. So we can't do that. Especially right before the half. You can't end momentum like that. And that transfers over to other players because they see that you're panicking.
Isn't that nice though? That's what we're complaining about from our quarterback. Is he's had three intentional groundings, and we're just saying, hey, just stop doing that.
You'll be great.
Good spot quarterback wise.
Your target is not the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm a little nitpicky, but I get it. All right, we're going to move to our defensive keys. For us, it's for me, and I think you'll agree, it's got to be the overall pressure. We can't let, I don't even know who the quarterback is. That's how unknown he is. We can't let the unknown quarterback sit back and be comfortable. He has to be running for his life, running with his hair on fire, just his head spinning like we did, a couple years ago to Caleb Williams, throwing 4 picks and getting pulled out of the game. They can't move the ball on us, and me feel like, all right, we had a good game. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's really frustrating because I think that you can walk away from a Notre Dame victory against Purdue and not realize and not know a lot, or you can walk away from the Notre Dame Purdue game and unfortunately know everything you need to know.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you could go real bad.
it could go either way. Like we could win and dominate, and we go, okay, y'all did what you were supposed to do, or Purdue could come in and score 30 points, 40 points, and we go, okay, the defense, whatever the situation is from the players and the coach and both, they're not very good.
Yeah.
But in college football, if you don't have a pass rush, you're in bad trouble because we're expecting too much from the secondary.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're 0-2 right now in the AP poll, ranked number 24. I think we could win and fall out of the top 25.
Definitely.
Yeah. You win 33-32. Everyone's like, yeah, you're not our you're not who we want at the dance.
Yeah.
Apply
You're
next
ugly
year.
girl.
I didn't say it. Yeah, it could go bad with a win, and that's scary.
It really is, yeah. It really is. And then what it would mean too, because we don't pressure the quarterback. I mean, we're last in pressures and we're last in tackles for loss. So it'd be nice if we could get a couple of sacks, 3 or 4 tackles for loss, and a couple of interceptions. But if we don't do those things, I mean, the immediate reaction by everybody is people are saying crazy things like fire Chris Ash already.
Oh yeah.
Not really something that happens after 2 games. But Marcus Freeman, I mean, there's going to have to be a specific plan that he has to install to help him out. And a lot of people were really worried about that. A lot of people really thought that Mike Mickens should have been promoted to defensive coordinator after Al Golden left. And it's kind of hard to argue with that right now. So,
yeah,
it's a big game for Chris Ash.
They're talking about other coaches already.
Yeah.
They've brought up a Penn State coach, and talking about pressure. USC was able to get 4 sacks and 3 interceptions on him last week. We don't have 4 interceptions or 4 sacks in 2 games.
No.
So if we can't get that kind of pressure on Purdue, we're hurting. Even with a win, we're hurting. So
yeah, I think we really got to crush them.
it has to be another 66-7.
Yeah, you got to
Because
crush them.
it has to. We have to make the point that we're still a great team.
Yeah.
We just, got beat by 4 points by 2 great teams. Which, as of right now, we can say, but in a win that sucks, we can't say that anymore.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's really tough. It's really tough. You go, okay, you beat 45-10. You just destroyed Purdue. And then I don't know what you think after that, because you're always we're going to be waiting until Arkansas. Okay.
Yeah.
How are we really?
yeah, and I always wish that we'd just start with this kind of game for the season.
The Purdue's?
Yes, give me a Purdue,
Yeah.
give me a Rice. Please stop playing these teams that are going to the playoffs.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
0-3 right now.
In
0-3. National championship, Miami,
yeah,
A&M.
yep, and we
We
barely
haven't won a
survived.
game in a long time.
And we barely survived Penn State.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, if the defense plays well, what are some people that you would say, all right, they stood out, or what is like a stat line that you would be like, all right, we can hang our hat on this?
I think it's really important for Christian Gray to have a great game.
Yeah,
He's not played very well yet. He can be real hot and cold, and I think him being hot could really
yeah,
help him out. Now, I'm not always blaming him and Leonard Moore. I'm not blaming those guys a ton just because they're not getting any help from the D line.
yeah.
But
They're going to get picked apart if they have no help.
Exactly. They've been. I mean, it's been bad. If Christian Gray though can maybe make an interception or just force a fumble, and then not have some of those bad penalties where he's ripping helmets off and stuff like that, and just have a good game.
Yeah.
I think that would be like the biggest message to the team of hey, this 70-yard pass crap, like Purdue's not doing the 70-yard pass thing against us.
Yeah.
And then I think somebody on the D line, maybe a rusher, maybe Boubacar, or somebody like that. If somebody at every level can impact the game, I think it'd be really nice if we could have somebody in the secondary make a noticeable impact, and then you have a linebacker, KVA or Drake Bowen, one of them makes an impact in D line. If we could have impact at all three levels, it would be nice to be able to say that's almost like a kind of a total defensive performance.
Right. Yeah. That'd be nice to have a defense show up.
Yes. Yeah.
So for me, I call Mr. Gray Mr. Panic, because as soon as he gets beat, he is grabbing for a uniform to just save his life. So for me, I'd like to see Gray look a little bit more like Leonard Moore, a little bit more composed, a little bit better positioning. He's clearly using the wrong tactic, whether it's being coached that he's supposed to do that or that's just in him.
Yeah.
There were quite a few snaps where he was 7 or 8 yards off the line. You're not going to jam anybody. You're not going to be able to, jump in there if it's a screen of some sort. He's too far out. I don't know if he's got an injury to his shoulder, so maybe he's a little bit nervous of that.
I heard that too.
Yeah, or he doesn't have the natural speed, so he's just trying to protect himself from the deep ball. But Gray's got to come around. We're going to be hurting the first half at least without our safety due to the targeting. So I think Purdue's definitely going to try and step on the pedal out of the gate and try and get ahead and hope that a little bit of confusion messes with our timing and our coordination. And I'd like to see our defense be good at one of the two things, either stop the run or stop the pass. It seems like we're not good at either. We just pick one. If we need to just sell out, send everybody to go get the quarterback and put our cornerbacks on the island, I'd rather do that than just kind of a guessing game. The last game, we had a lot of zone in the first half. The second half, I think we only had like 1 or 2 plays of zone. And we shut them down. They didn't score as many points. I think they scored, 10 in the second half? Maybe 14?
A&M?
Yeah.
Maybe. What was it? 28-24 going into halftime, I think?
So they scored 2 more touchdowns and one with a last-second touchdown.
Yeah.
So I think our strength is staying man and sending everybody to go get the quarterback. It's got to be pressure. The word's got to be pressure. If that's not the word, I think we're looking at a bad win or a loss, and this season would be over. I want to be super happy and excited. Next video, I want to be dancing with rainbows and in the background and everything, and having a beer instead of a soda right now. I want to be celebrating until Monday.
Yeah.
When you guys see us next. All right, going to predictions. What do you think? What do you think the score is, and who do you think your MVP is?
I'm terrible at this. I'm awful at this. I mean, I've just been so wrong.
I think you've been voting, less than me. I've been voting a lot with my heart. So you've been closer using your brain. I think you've been better than I have.
That's a scary thought because I feel like I have not been close. I was like, Texas A&M ain't gonna score. They scored a bunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think I could give like both. Like, I think my brain tells me
Okay.
that it feels like it's probably going to be like a 38-24 type score, because I have no reason to think that we're not going to let Purdue score some.
Yeah, we're great at it.
Yeah. I think it could potentially be more like a 38 or 44-17 or 20.
Okay.
I think that kind of type range. But you've been following the team. Like, a lot of people need to understand, like, we could lose on Saturday. I mean, I've seen Notre Dame lose to Tulsa.
Yeah.
So
Just takes a couple weird plays, and all of a sudden you're down 17-0.
Yeah. And I've never been more confident about a team than going into this year.
Oh.
Woo!
I can remember the summers we were high on
Yeah.
Notre Dame. We're going to go undefeated. There's no way no one's touching us. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
We were just like, there's no way Miami. I mean, Miami's a good team, but we're great.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
beat Texas A&M last year.
Yeah.
They're not. Gosh. And then now it's like, oh, geez, who else are we going to lose to?
Do we have to play Purdue?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, the heart says 42-10. My brain says more like 35-20. So
Yeah.
if we can combine all four of those, that's probably what the score is going to be. Probably a 38-24.
It's a big game.
That's terrifying to say.
Well, I don't necessarily mean Purdue's like a big scary opponent, but these past three weeks, because there was a funky bye in there.
Right after Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These kids, and I mean Notre Dame's players, this is a real like fragile time, like right now, like you know, with 18 and 22-year-olds, and they're 0-2 after a national championship run. You got a new defensive coordinator. Somebody has already said that parents of defensive players have been calling in saying, "What are y'all doing?"
Oh.
Like, this is, and I just heard that. Nobody called me and told me that.
Well, hopefully the portal isn't open.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. There's people have said things like, "How does KVA not transfer?" You know,
Yeah.
scary language. So this is a funky time right now that Marcus has his. This is why you get paid like $9 million. So
Yeah, it's time to create something,
yeah,
and not a new resume.
right. Well, because I think the majority of us are pretty big Marcus Freeman fans. I mean, I know I am. I think he's the guy.
Yeah.
But it just, every single great head coach has made a bad hire at a coordinating position. And nothing kills your program faster than a bad coordinator.
Yeah, or an 0-3 start.
Because of a bad coordinator.
Right. Yeah. So, all right. You got any more additions to this video
No.
before going into Purdue?
No, go beat Purdue.
Please, yes.
Please.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're the Basilica Brothers. I'm Ted. This is Matt at Irish Touchdown. And as always,
Go Irish.
go Irish.